people coming and we're still early, so um, we're just open to a little chit chat here initially. Super excited to be offering this today. It's a potent, potent day to be offering a money entity clearing. And I'm excited to be delivering it. And through grace, that it actually was even this day. That was not a conscious choice of mine. That was just how divinely guided I always am. And I'm grateful because now that I'm here, I'm realizing, wow, what a potent, powerful day to be delivering a transmission. Hello, Jacqueline. And yes, we had a powerful class this morning and adventures to your self-mastery. Powerful transmissions there. So again, more powerful transmissions this day. And this one, I know it's been building. It's been building, even uncomfortably building for myself. So, but that's okay. At least I'm aware of what that is. And it's the energy that's going to get cleared here today. So I am grateful. Anyone want to share anything going on? Anything you want to speak into the space before we get started? Okay.
Kinda. Carlos, can you give Bria the link to this class? She signed up and everything. You can just message her, that'd be great. I don't have it.
Alon can do it too, but Bria, Carlos has got Bria's information, right?
Yeah,
Carlos?
That's good. For the next person who asks for, tell them to text me.
Yeah, and I don't know if I
have. For anybody you need to have a communication when Sonia is working, okay, text me. My phone number is, I'll put it on the chat.
Lisa, we have an amazing group. Lisa is new here. The rest of us know each other. They're in my various classes that I have. So welcome. Know that you're loved and welcomed here. It's a very beautiful group we have. Hello, Laura Lee. Okay, we're just making sure that. Carlos, you were able to get that to Bria? Okay, perfect. Thank you. Hello, Kiera. Yay. So Kiera knows Lisa. See, that was perfect, Lisa. Kiera came on just in time for you so you could feel even more comfortable. Yay. Not that you didn't feel comfortable already. But... Okay, Laura Lee, I'll be right back. Okay, beautiful. So we're just going to give a few moments here. It's right at 2 o'clock. So thank you for being here early and on time. Any questions to start off about anything related to what we're doing here? Maureen? Oh, that wasn't you. Are you sure you didn't have a question? Because like your mic never accidentally opens up. And that's okay. That's okay. No questions. Hello, Rishi. Great to have you here. Hello, Amy. Yay. Beautiful. And yes, hello. And I'm not sure. Are you Leslie? It's coming in now. Is that right? I don't see your name yet. With Cal. Oh, you can't hear me? Not yet. Okay. Work on hearing me. I'll keep talking just so that you can hear me. Yay. Hello, Jody. Jody's joining us. I think she might be in the car. So, yay. Beautiful. All right.
Yes, I'll be home shortly though.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to just put you on mute and we'll see you when you get into the house.
Okay.
Okay, and hello, Bria, yay. And hold on, Every time somebody comes on, everybody's screen moves around, so I have to do the whole head scan thing. I don't know how many we're expecting here because I kind of lost count at the last minute. We had several people coming in, but I think we're going to be in the neighborhood of around 20-ish. So we're just going to give a few moments for everybody to start showing, yes, okay. So, questions, comments, concerns? Excitement? Is everybody excited for this?
I'm open for the journey.
Yay! Open for the journey. All right.
Sonia,
Carlos.
I just wanted to thank you on behalf of everybody for having this kind of event. Thank you, thank Spirit, thank everybody for being here. But honestly, it's beautiful to have the opportunity that you have given us in such a selfless way. So thank you.
Thank you. And Carlos, I think it's referring to, this is a bonus to all of the students that are in class with me. So yes, I aim to serve. And I get a lot of benefit myself out of serving. And I know the stronger and more powerful I make the people that play with me, the more stronger and powerful they will make me by law of reciprocation. So it all unfolds beautifully. Hello, Christina. I think I saw you coming in there. Yes. And is that you, Leslie? Is it Leslie? Do you hear me now? Yes. Beautiful. Okay. Awesome. Great to have you here. And okay. Yay. I'm getting excited. Almost everybody is here. So 8/8, what a date to be doing a money entity clearing. This is a profoundly healing day as well. And a lot of money stories, entity relationship. Hello, Trilby. Hello, Pamela. Have to do with healing. There's a healing that can happen behind all of those money entity stories, generally speaking, not 100%. So we're going to also have the healing field open and supporting this transmission. Holy Mother has also let me know that she is absolutely going to be here supporting this transmission. And other etheric support may come as we get in, and we'll know that as it comes. So a little bit about me for the people that are new to me. My first career was income tax and accounting. I actually was 27 years in the income tax and accounting field. So I dealt with many people and their money relationship, their money story, the reconciliation of money, government, all of that. So I was very grounded and practical with the money relationship. And the intuitive spiritual side of me has been there since I'm a child. 9 years old, I had an accident and I didn't walk for a couple months, which started opened up my third eye and started my intuitive awareness. However, I didn't give it a lot of attention because I didn't know what to do with that information, and it wasn't always received when I shared it. So I kept it to myself, and thank God I listened to a lot of it for myself without even really knowing, just following the divine flow. At 18 years old, I started also, same time I started my income tax and accounting career, I started going to a non-force chiropractor. He was president of 2 chiropractic colleges, and there's over, I don't know, I'm going to say hundreds of thousands of practitioners of that non-force chiropractic technique that I received from 18 still to this day. However, I became a practitioner back in 2006. So I learned a very scientific way of energy alignment prior to opening up to where we are now and doing transmissions. So this energy awareness, this alignment with mind, body, spirit has very much been seeded through my entire life. And in the more recent years, I've taken on soul language, which is a way to use our intuition to connect with our soul and actually have a tangible relationship with soul and know our soul's purpose, why we were born on earth, how we fulfill that why, and how our soul likes to play, our soulful personality. And then the transmissions came along, and I've been doing transmissions for a little over a year, and now the money entity clearing. So today, in this experience, there will actually be, hang on, I'm going to count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 transmissions that will run through this for the money entity clearing. So it's going to be a free form flow of transmission. I will read group energy as I'm doing this. I'm not reading anybody individually, and I will speak into that group energy. So sometimes I'll say something and it will totally resonate with you, take it. And if it doesn't, let it go. So know that it's going to be a free flow, and I will be speaking to the loudest energies, really is what that means. And we're in a super safe space. We're dealing with entities, and entities can be ugly. So I've already set the container for myself, being the one transmitting, and for the group to hold us in a very safe space. Again, Holy Mother is here with us. The healing field is here with us. And the guardians are here with us. And we're going to actually start the transmission with introducing you to your guardians and your managers of your energies, so that you will have that awareness not only for today but going forward. And all of you will have availability to have the recording of this as well. And the transmission part is good for eternity, and you can always listen to it again and again and again. I just listened to one recently that I had recorded back April, May-ish, and had an amazing experience listening to that transmission just the other day. So hello, Florencia. And so I got a lot of notes here, so I just want to make sure I capture everything on my 3 or 4 pages of notes that I took. So the entity clearings, actually, I want to speak into what an entity is, because that's a pretty unfamiliar term possibly for a lot of people, right? So an entity is a parasitic consciousness. It's like a leech. It's like a fungus. It's just in the energy field. Now, it can come all the way through to the physical. And Alan, if I may share, Alan, who is 63 now, about to be 64, as a young man, around 18, 20, developed a fungus on his body. It became a full body fungus, meaning it had covered, what would you say, 30% of your torso approximately? Yeah. Nobody can hear you. The back 100%, the front 50%. He had it in his groin, on his in his elbows. It was, the areas where he would sweat the most. It was most prevalent on his neck also. And through this work, and not only this particular entity clearing work, we don't know specifically when it went away, but he is completely clear now, which is pretty amazing. And that has just happened within the last few months. It was not something that we gave a lot of acknowledgement to, because whatever you give your focused attention to grows. And because this is something that had been in his system for so long, we knew he didn't want it. I didn't want it. We knew it wasn't something we wanted there, but at the same time, it was going to go when it was going to go. And the beautiful news is it's gone. We just realized, like, a couple weeks ago, we were actually talking to Maureen at the time, and it was very fresh then. And, like less than 2 weeks ago, we realized that he doesn't have it anywhere on his body anymore. So that's an example of entities can go. And short of amputation, I believe there is nothing that we go through in life that we can't heal from. And I have myself been not taking medication since 2006. I've done all of my own healing with my mind, my own awareness of my energy, and working with my soul, working with my soul languages, and working to integrate. So entities are anything that suck your life force energy. They can be thoughts, they can be our own thoughts, they can be the agreements that we've made, they can be our goals, and we're striving and we're never satisfied. We're always running, running, running. So it's anything that grips the nervous system. Hello, Jennifer. Anything that grips the nervous system and really keeps it from being in its state of well-being. It's homeostasis, they call that. The health and wellness, the balanced nervous system, not being constantly in that fight, flight, freeze mode, not being in the exhaustion mode, which is the other end of that, but being in that natural balanced state. So if it causes you stress and it's consistent and ongoing, it's got an entity relationship to it. So know that we're not only working on the money relationship, but the money relationship is the really tangible relationship that, let's face it, if that one improves, everything else improves. And our money relationship really, with the exception of our relationship with ourselves, our money relationship is the most consistent relationship we've had in our life, meaning we knew about money when we were about 2, and we deal with money almost every day of our life up till now. And, you know, our parents and our friends and our lovers and our children, they're not in our life every day like our money is. So that relationship and our awarenesses and abilities around that are all being affected here by this. Hello, Diana. Hello. Hello, Jennifer. And I don't know, did I miss anyone else? I hope I got everybody. Hello, hello. Meenakshi, Renee. Hello.
Hi.
So beautiful. Yes. And so that's it on entities. Any questions on entities? Feels good. Feels good, like a good awareness around it. So know that we are going beyond money here, and definitely money is our main focus into it, but all of the rest of it is also available for process and progress. So I do a prosperity expansion class I go to every week now for a couple years, and I'm also a soul language sacred partnership with money relationship practitioner. And in my class, I was told by the Deva of Money that I needed to have a conversation with the Deva of Money, which is the divine structure of money, about my generosity. And I said, okay. And I didn't expect it, but a couple days later, I was doing sacred practice, and Deva of Money came to me and said, it's time for us to have the conversation around generosity. I said, okay. She said, your generosity is an entity. Your awareness of generosity is actually got an entity attached to that. And it is stealing your vitality, and you're being robbed of the impact that you're here to make in the world. So yes, Leslie, you too. Yes, so beautiful. Know that that was the original impulse that got me started doing this, and why I knew I had to bring it bigger than my classes, which are people that are committing to me for a year-long journey. So thank you for those that are showing up today. Thank you for those of you who are with me for the long ride too. I'm grateful for all of you. So going deeper into this conversation with the Deva of Money, she told me that this was my beautiful, generous, loving heart that accepted this entity that was given to me by listening to Bill Gates several years ago. I'm going to say maybe 10 years ago, when Bill Gates was talking about his philanthropic nature and how he was a 90-10er, which means he gave 90% of his money away and kept 10% for himself. And I thought, wow, what an amazing idea. And I just took that one right home to my heart and was really doing my best to give away. And a lot of my giving away would be in service. I love to give service away. This is why the price point of this. I like to include as many people as I can into the experiences I have. However, my sacred partnership with money, soul language, why is an equalizer. And by any stretch of the imagination, is 90-10 feel like an equal to you? No, right? So Dave of Money said, your generosity does not go beyond 50%. And when you get there, we'll have another conversation. So I said, okay, I got it. So I have pulled back and got clear about where and how that generosity shows up for me. And again, I know the price point, and so many of you are in this for free because you're in my class. However, it's not free because you've invested there. And I couldn't give this away for free because if you don't have some skin in the game, you don't have that value. You won't take it back for yourself. And I figured $27 is an easy enough price point that everybody can say yes to it. So thank you for saying yes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing your energy into this transmission and bringing that awareness to the rest of us, right? Because when we share in an experience, we give others the opportunity to have that experience too. So thank you. So what next? Oh, having that entity. Speaking of what entities do, the entity showed me that being placed in me was causing my communication to be like this. So how does it feel when I'm talking to you and I'm not looking at you, but you're looking at my ear? It's pretty awkward and pretty weird, right? That's how my communication energetically was being broadcast into the world, because that entity had the energy over my communication. So thank you. I've removed that and I'm right here. So those are just some of the ways that entities will keep you from making the impact, right? Nobody wants to talk to the ear, they want to talk to the face, right? Even today, these masks, like what's that about on the bigger spectrum? I don't know. And we're not going to go down that road, but there's something there too, that entities might have something to do with. So we're going to just leave that at that, and may those entities be removed here as well. So in the transmission, when we get to the deepest part of it, we could say it's going to be the quietest. I will be the quietest, and it could also be the most uncomfortable. Hello, Kayla. And so this is why in the beginning, we're going to go in and we're going to meet the guardians, and we're going to meet the managers of all of our bodies, and we're also going to receive our grace styles, so that not only here, but anywhere in life, if you're not feeling comfortable, you can just tune in, turn on your grace, the availability of grace for you in that moment, in that experience. So that's a pretty cool experience, and eager to bring you that. So any questions? Are we ready to go? That wasn't an evil laugh. That was an excited laugh, just so you know.
Sonia, I have a question.
Yes,
Can you
Jody.
hear me? Yeah. So, you just used the word uncomfortable, and
Yes.
sometimes I get like, the only way I can think to describe it would be like restless leg syndrome. Like I can't keep my legs still, and it's uncomfortable. It's like wiggling around. Like that
Yes.
happened on Wednesday, and then I fell asleep. That's why I never came back on. I ended up falling asleep. So what are your thoughts on that physical distress and what if we fall asleep?
Okay, so beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for bringing that, Jody. So yes, entities will leave however they will leave. And sometimes that will be through a restlessness, an agitation, a contortion. A lot of times I will feel like something's coming out of my chest, right? I will feel this, ugh, like something is being pulled out of me. So just let it be is really the key there. And this is why that grace volume, that grace dial, which again, you can take this with you anytime. Once we get in and meet the guardians and the managers of all the bodies, meaning the bodies of love and light, your soul, your mental, your memories, your emotions, your physical body, the managers and guardians of the space you're in, as well as the managers of and guardians of earth. So we're calling in all of that to bring you safety and protection to make this transmission go smoother. And as well as there's more that I've set in the parameters of that. But those are the ones that we're going to bring to meet you. And this is just release, Jody. This is just release. This whatever happens, it happens. And if you're here and if you've said yes, which I believe you all are, yes, your subconscious is picking up all of this and will receive all of this. Now, if you decide you want to opt out at any point, all you have to do is say, I'm done. No, I'm out. And you get free will choice 100% all the way through, and you can opt out at any time, and you will be taken out of the transmission like that as well. And I'm going to encourage you to stay because it's just the discomfort of this crap that's not serving your life leaving you, and you'll be okay. There's so much safeguard in it, and I just want you to know, like, weird things can happen, and that's just that stuff that's not you leaving you. And it kind of doesn't want to go because it's had a free ride and it's loving it, right? And it's time for it to go, and time for you, your soul source, true self, to take that place back again, that space back again. So thank you for the question, Jody. That was really beautiful, the way you brought that. Anybody else? Carlos.
I just wanted to add what you were talking about, the Bill Gates situation, and it's interesting because I used to think the guy was, and again, after reading and stuff like that and coming to my own conclusions, but I used to think these guys were super altruistic and giving and stuff like that. And one thing that the media does is spin really what's going on, but what they do is they gain power by giving a lot of that money away. So their currency is in power. So it's like he may be giving 90% of his assets, but he's gaining a lot more control, and eventually that stuff is going to be returned to him tenfold. So, I mean, I don't want to go into further detail, but it's funny how a lot of times we're giving something that can affect us in your way and my way, because I feel the same thing. Like, it was not even a 50-50, but like, take my shirt and I'll find another one later. But eventually I realized that in order to keep things energetically balanced, it has to be a win-win in every transaction. So I'm complete. That's what I wanted to share. And thank you.
Yes, thank you for that, Carlos. Thank you very much. Yeah, and let me just tell you, the Deva of money is, again, the divine structure of money is neutral. The market flow, the ebb and flow of the market is man-made. Money is consistently here for everyone's sustainability at minimum, and its greater purpose is for us to play together, to us to enjoy this journey of life together. And yeah, powers that want to control have created through various ways, very amazing, you know, going off of the goodness of our own self and using that against us. That's what that was with me. It was using my goodness against me in a very slighted way by sharing about him. And so that's just one of the ways that we can get these things. So yes, thank you. And there is a law of reciprocation in the universe. What you give, you know, there is that the give and take, right? It's supposed to go both ways. There's energy, is just, the money is energy, it's pure love. The sacred partnership with money is recognizing that love is just money is just the love of divine. It's the form that can transform into everything. We can buy you know, money buys you whatever you want, practically you can buy with money. So it's really shows you the purity of money, and that it can transform into just about everything. And it's not money, it's the humans that have been attached to money that have done the wrong with money, not the money itself. And to neutralize that, and that's what we're here for. Okay, so I'm getting the awareness to, it's time to start going in now. So so we're going to first meet with the our guardians and the managers, and we're going to meet with the Deva of money too, because I'm just going to put that on here. I don't have that on my notes, and I make notes just to make sure we get everything that we need to. So bringing your awareness into your heart, and you just want to be with a straight spine and a relaxed body. And if that means laying down for you, the more quiet or comfortable your environment, the better. The more safe you feel in your environment, the better. The more you will naturally let go. So bringing your heart, bringing your awareness into your heart, and connecting into your central channel, which your central channel, we will be, I will be bringing attention back to your central channel, which is like your energetic spine, right? So your central channel sits just in front of your spine, and it is the energy, the energy spine within you that connects you to all of eternity. So bringing your awareness into your heart, into your central channel, and maintaining that awareness. Now bring your awareness into the earth and feel the appreciation of the earth, the connection with the earth. And just breathe in and feel your rootedness, the groundedness, the relationship with earth, and earth is always with you. And maintaining that awareness, we're going to ask divine intelligence to create a clear and conscious connection with our soul star, sitting 6 to 12 inches directly above the head, and going into the centering vibration of the soul star. And breathe in and feel your connection to your soul. Feel your alignment through your central channel. From your heart to the earth to your soul, just breathing in. Every inhalation, allow the amplification of your central channel, and every exhale, allow anything that is not serving you to go. With every inhale, allowing more of your own love, more of your own light. And with every exhale, anything that does not belong to you, that does not resonate with your truth, allow it to go. And for those of you with your soul languages, and even those that don't, you have them, you just don't know their names. We're asking divine intelligence to create a clear and conscious connection with your axiom of quest, your why your soul chose to be birthed here. Creating a clear and conscious connection with your axiom of translation, how you will fulfill that why. And a clear and conscious connection to your soul language tone, your soulful personality. And now, as we go in to meet the guardians and the managers of all of you, we're just going to do this rather quickly. We're going to meet them and just say hello and thank you. So, breathing into your own heart, more love, more light. We're going to go up above our soul star, and we're going to connect into the guardians of love and light. Breathing in and feeling the guardians of love and light, saying hello and thank you. And now we're going to meet the managers of love and light. Connecting with the managers of love and light and saying hello and thank you. Now moving to your soul and meeting the guardians of your soul. And even if you're not aware of that right now, know they're there for you. And just soften in even more. And meeting the managers of your soul. Feeling their love and their support. Thanking them. As we move into the managers and guardians of your mental body, your memories. Saying hello to the guardian of your mental body, your thoughts, your imagination. And to the managers of your mental body. All of your awareness in the mind, in your brain. Now moving to your emotional body and meeting the guardian of all of your emotions. The ocean of emotions within you. Meeting the guardian. And now meeting the managers of your emotions. Breathing in, opening and allowing even more love, more awareness from your guardians and managers of your emotions. As you move now to your physical body and meeting the guardians of your physical body, all of your systems and structures of your physical body, and the managers of your physical body. All of the managers of all of your systems and structures within your physical body. Now moving out into the space, your environment that you're currently in, and meeting the guardians of the space that you're in, saying thank you. And knowing that the guardians and the managers of that space within are going to take care of those entities that you're going to release. They're going to transmute them. They're going to take them to where they need to go as you meet the managers of your environment. Feel the love and the gratitude that you would take this time and do this for yourself. And now we're going to bring our awareness to Mother Earth, Gaia. And we're going to meet the guardian of the earth, the guardians of the earth. Say hello and thank you. And the managers of the earth, as they're asking us to receive even more. And thanking the earth as we move to the Deva of money, the divine structure of money. And we say hello. And we allow the Deva of money to show us the truth of money so that we may see, so that we may receive, so that we may let go of whatever is necessary. Thanking the Deva of money for supporting this transmission and for being in all of our money relationships, all that have ever been, all that are going to be. Giving gratitude to the Deva of money. And now we're going to meet the law of grace. We're bringing in the law of grace now. Just breathing in and experiencing even more. And there's a request to accept the law of grace into your awareness even more. And now, imagine a dial. I like the old radio knob type dial. But imagine your dial, and this is going to be your grace dial. And feeling your awareness of grace now as you put your hand on your grace dial, and you can energetically put it there, but putting your hand on your grace dial and turning it up, all the way up to a 10 on a 1 to 10 scale. Feeling that amplification of grace, and breathe in and feel that level 10 grace. Again, 10 being the top of the scale. And just allow yourself to receive that level 10 grace. Beautiful. Now, let's take that grace dial and turn it down to a 2. And feel a level 2. And again, grabbing that grace dial and turning it back up to a 10. And back down to a 2. And now you can turn your grace dial to wherever you'd like. And if that 1 to 10 scale isn't enough for you, you can also add a turbo booster button of grace and amplify it even more. So recognize that your grace dial is with you 24/7, 365, always available, anytime, any place, any situation. You can always call on grace, and grace will be there. So we're going to thank Law of Grace and all of our guardians and managers. We're going to thank them. And we're going to ask them to step aside for just a moment so we can come back and share. And then they will come back in when we begin the actual money entity clearing transmission. So thanking all of the guardians and all of the managers of all that is. And then you can keep that grace dial running. You can turn it off, whatever feels best for you. And when you're ready, come back to the call and let's have a little share. Now is a good time to drink water. Take any notes that you'd like to take. And we're going to have a little share if anybody needs to do, go to the bathroom. And then there's going to be a few more things I'm going to set you up with before we actually do the entity clearing. So, who would like to share?
Hi.
Hi, Kayla.
So I sensed a very strong grounding, almost like a tree trunk in my body, and it was grounded me really strong. It was really, really strong. And then I sensed a lot of white light, like just everything was white, 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 white. That's mostly what I was sensing. Yeah, so it sounds like a good base for what's coming.
Yeah. Well, and as you share, Kayla, I hear your intentions are strong and you have a lot of work that you got on your agenda.
Yeah.
And yeah, you got to get landed to bring that here to Earth.
Yeah, it was like I've never had that before. Like I've done the grounding, but I've never felt like it's almost like this branch, like this trunk was all the way through me. Like it was really, really grounding me.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Bria and then Christina. Oh, Christina got off mute first, so we'll go with Christina.
I'm used to this. So my guardians were different than last time. So I was on the entity call, the original one back in April or May, and I did a little extra of my own protection because I have recently removed an entity that was very, very dark from my whole system. And so I did some extra protection at the beginning of this while you were leading us through. And so when we got to meeting the guardians, they were like Roman or Greek soldiers that were shoulder to shoulder all around me with their shields up. And they were just like, where are we going? Like, we got you. You know, you're good. And then the managers were not as many of those, but they all were like clipboard in hand and pens. Like, yep, we know what we're doing. We know where we're going. Like, we got it. So it was just like, whew, that feeling of that amazing protection was very cool.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Christina. Bria.
Hello. So that was a really powerful way to start for me. And of course you could not have known this, but one of my biggest breakthroughs through a training I just went through was that like part of what blocks my money and everything else is like my unworthiness, my guilt, my shame. So it was so cool to open it up with that grace dial, because that's something that I'm just now realizing, like I'm human and I get to give myself grace, and I deserve abundance and all these things that I want. So like I just like start pouring as soon as you were like turn it up, and then when you had said you know, turn it to wherever you want, I was like, oh, maybe an 8. And I was like, wait a second, no, I'm gonna blast that thing. Like why like, oh my goodness, these patterns are like so crazy to be so aware of them now. So it was such a beautiful way to start it, and so in line with my realizations this week. So I appreciate it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. And remember, there's a booster button.
Right.
Should you ever want more, there's more available.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Who else wants to share?
I'll
Florencia.
share. Yay. So, I guess I was trying to visualize what they look like, and some of them I did get as like recognizable figures, and others were just like lights, and color. And so when it was like our organs and all that, those were just lights. Lights were the actual organ, and the protectors was a light around it. So it's a very sort of nice, like a little protection shield around each one. The one that I got as a person sort of that I could see was the what was it? Our feelings, the one with our emotions. So the guardian of my emotions was this lady with 2 braids, like an older lady with the 2 braids and sort of salt pepper hair, and just sort of very wise and very calm. And she's like, yeah, I got you, you're good. So that was cool. And then with the ones that we did at the beginning, the first one that you call in, I can't remember which was the first one. Was not
Love and Light.
but the other with Love and Light. So Love and Light was it was like I could see all these people, but I couldn't recognize each one of them. But they made like a star above me, and they were like, you know how they when they jump out in off the planes and they get all together and they do those formations. That's what it looked like right above me. And then the ones that were, those were the guardians, right? And then the other ones that were the actual managers were they doing the same sort of thing, but they were standing on my head. It's kind of funny, but yeah, they're kind of like right there standing, and the other ones were just kind of floating and doing the star formation. And which else did I get? I can't remember, but those were the ones that come to mind immediately. So it was kind of cool. Oh yeah, I got one more that was a visual of actual guys, and that was the Space Guardians. The ones of space. They were big black guys with big muscles. I was like, yeah, you bounce them out, you get out that stuff, whatever I need, just get it out. They were gonna help me with that.
So good, so good.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to speak into, they can show up different every time. If they show up the way we need them to show up, right? So, and if you don't see them, doesn't mean they're not there. They're there. We just have the barrier up to being able to see them. So no worries. Thank you, Florencia. Anyone else? Jennifer.
Hi. Super quick. The money, you said Deva? She came to me as an old friend. Like, I've known her before. I've worked with her before. nothing's wrong with our relationship. And she's excited that I'm coming to her personally now. And it's like a welcoming home. And I've never felt that to that level with money. And I was also shown very similar to what you spoke about in regards to Bill Gates and the theories of, you know, philanthropy and generosity. And I've had several experiences with that. And I've read several books, all of that. This was like, why didn't you come to me first, almost, you know, meeting up with her. So it's really refreshing to be on that level because it feels very personal to me, and it feels like it was never lost. It's just a gentle remembering now.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. And you got to know, like, you can connect with the Deva of Money anytime you choose. Just like Law of Grace, it's developing your relationship. And when you ask divine intelligence, and I know everybody who's very familiar with me has heard this a lot of times, but everything in physical form is of divine intelligence, right? Whatever I could put my hand on, it doesn't have free will. It can't get up and run around and, you know, dirty the house or clean the house. So it has to follow law. So when we use divine intelligence, it creates a very solid, safe structure for us. So when you're connecting through to, you want to connect to the Deva of Money, you just connect through divine intelligence, and you know you're going to have that solid connection, with solid awareness. You want to connect in with the Law of Grace. You just, divine intelligence keeps you clean and keeps you clear, so that you're going to get good information. So thank you, Jennifer. And yes, Deva of Money, we've all been doing money a long time, beyond this lifetime. So yes, thank you. Trilby, you had your hand up, but your mic's not working, so shall I read? Chat room messages. Yeah, okay. So Trilby has been typing up a storm here for us. Her speaker went out earlier, so I'm gonna get to the first one. Okay. When I bought, in my money languages, matriarch, patriarch, teacher, and raven, it was clear I'm supposed to bring abundance and financial freedom by teaching, training myself and others, but teaching that it is about creating joy and magic. It's fun, not heavy. It's our divine right to be in abundance, and it is a joyous process. Yes, yes, yes. Then I had a vision about an image of Christ just illuminated with bright light, and children and people surrounding him holding out bowls. He was handing them the amount of light they wanted, but then there was a person with buckets all around, some full and others empty, but the person was holding out the bucket while Christ was filling it. So I interpret that as the buckets empty were on standby, ready to get filled next. Beautiful. Then when I dialed up the grace button, a heart kept appearing and reappearing in my vision. But when I dialed it to a 2, it literally physically heavy and pressure above my navel and below my stomach. And then the heart went to a mushy look, dialed it back up, all the way up, and the pressure left, and felt the light and bright. And the heart was appearing and reappearing again. Thank you, Christina, Julia, and Maureen. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yes, physical sensations, everybody, through the process. Anybody not have physical sensation? And it's okay if you didn't. Know that it's perfectly fine. So everybody, hi, Melissa. Anybody not have physical sensations? Lisa. Is that a yes, Lisa? You did not have physical sensation. Correct. Okay, so I don't know your space that you're in, if you can make your space any more conducive to your own personal security, that will help. And quiet would help. and it's okay. It's still happening, right? Just thank you for being in the process, and keep allowing, right? And as we get in, there's greater chance when we're in it to actually have experience in it too. So anybody else want to share? Maureen.
So I went straight in, and I had a lot more visuals than I usually do, but what shook me physically and emotionally was when you brought in the deva of money. So at first I was like, oh shit, 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 and realized I was crying. My whole body was responding to that, not just getting teary, but actually physically crying, like you would almost be hyperventilating. And I'm taking that as, I'm still releasing a lot of shit, a lot of stuff. And so there's no judgment. I'm not sad about it. But the image that came to me was in Hawaii, there are elders, and they're called kapunas. And there was this auntie-like woman, heavy set Hawaiian, very pleasant look on her face, happy, welcoming. You could tell she was firm and not take a lot of shit, but this I was not expecting. And I almost was like, seriously? Like that's my idea has been keeping me in fear. And I felt the fear at the onset, like the oh shit was, I don't want to see this. And I realized at that moment that my relationship with money is fear-based. And this very pleasing, this very joyful sort of welcoming image appeared for me. So yeah, right off the bat, I'm a bit of a mess there. Thanks, Sonia. This is awesome.
Thank you, Maureen, for allowing me to make you mushy. Yes, so good. You can see now your relationship and where that fear was at, and maybe it's just being firmer with your money relationship, and it's not really fear, that it was a misperception possibly, right? And now you have that awareness so that you can flush that old story out, right? So beautiful. Anyone else want to share?
I just, the same thing that happened always, like I kept hearing your voice, but I just went into the void again. So not many, I think I got some subconscious graphics, but not much. I'm complete.
Beautiful. That's Carlos's Peacemaker, which I'm Peacemaker too. That's our soul language axiom of Quest, our big why. And we go into the void. And that's a really beautiful place for the Peacemaker. The maker energies of soul language all go into the void. So yay, you got it. You got exactly what you needed. So thank you for that share. Okay, anyone else? Okay, hold on. Amy, are you talking there? Should I be capturing that? Okay. Are we feeling good? Oh, somebody's talking.
I wanted to share something.
Kiara,
Quickly.
your volume.
I was sitting outside, and each guardian had a voice in my physical space. So like, every time you would say hello to a guardian, a bird would sing over here, or a bird would sing over there. And when you got to the guardians of the space, my neighbor's little dog started barking. And it was just so funny. I was like, okay. And then when you got to the Deva of Money, I opened my eyes and all of my beautiful plants started like glowing. And it was like everything for me was here in the material space, showing up up as like, here I am, through the voice of the bird, through the sunshine, through the dog, through the plants.
I love it.
I think it's important to remember because not everybody sees like these visions when we receive the energy in these ways. And for me, it was definitely like just kept bringing me more and more present into here where I am, rather
Yes.
than be out someplace else.
So you're just quiet. Your volume is low. I'm just going to repeat. Every time we were meeting a guardian and manager, it became more and more present in your environment through the animals and through nature. And Kira's this Qigong practitioner, so she practices the discipline of bringing energy into the physical, right? The energy discipline of Qigong, and Trigong even more so, working with the energy of tree, which is potently powerful in the nature languages, right? Trees are our breath. They're our exchange of oxygen. They're our wisdom body, wisdom keepers on the planet. So beautiful. Thank you, Kira, for that. Anyone else want to share?
That just reminded me of I got a similar vision. It just triggered it when she said it about the managers of, was it the earth? Yeah, managers of the earth, and I saw all the birds. Right? All the birds that were flying all around the earth, kind of going like, "Yep, we're just managing this whole space here." So that's that. Thank you for reminding me. I saw so many things; it's hard to remember everything at once.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Yes, I believe a lot of the animal kingdom, animal and plant kingdom are here holding a space, holding a consciousness to support us. I believe everything that's in our reality is here to support us, and we get to choose our perception into that. And you know, we can choose grace and ease, or we can choose struggle. Either way, like, and you're not wrong for whoever you are. The mushrooms are big managers, Carlos is saying. I believe that mushrooms got a lot of power too, right? Okay, how we feeling? We ready to go in? Get the work done? Okay, beautiful. So I'm gonna some more information before we actually go in. So remove all personal agenda. Just trust the guardians and the managers. Just let go of everything into this space, this container. Let go of survival patterns, knowing that you're going to make it through this transmission. Everything is safe, everything is fine, and you don't need to hold on to survival. You're going to make it through, and survival is, we're hoping to be a pattern of the past as a result of coming through this transmission as well. We're going to be working with your multi-dimensional self. So your blood, through all of your incarnations, your bloodline as yours. And we're going to be working with your spiritual DNA, your physical DNA. We're going to be working with your past, your present, your future, all of you across all time, space, and dimension is what we're inviting into this clearing. So sometimes our money challenges come through our lineage, right? They're hand-me-down patterns that we don't even know how we got that. It's just something that's there. And you know, our culture, our gender, they carry certain energies that we've acquired. So this is the multidimensional self that we're working on. We're working on us and all of us, meaning individually. We're not working on a collective body. We're working on us in our collective awarenesses. Is that clear? It's all about you right now, but all of you. Let go of self expectations, meaning you're gonna get so much or do so much, you know, the I'm gonna get straight A syndrome, the perfectionism syndrome. We're gonna let go of that. Gonna let go of self-image as much as possible, right? Just let go of all of what you currently know so we can let everything that needs to be cleared clear out. You'll know who you are when you're done, I promise. Stay sourced by your soul, by your heart, and by your central channel. So if anything ever feels comfortable, you can go into your heart, you can go into your central channel, you can go into your soul, as well as you've got your grace style. Be gentle with yourself. And again, midstream in the transmission is more likely to be the more uncomfortable part, and it's when I'm going to be most quiet. So know that we're just going to get through that. It's not going to last forever. Only a few minutes, if even that. And yes, it'll be that. And it's okay. And you're promised to be left out of it feeling good. So any questions? Anybody need to run to the bathroom? Okay, so we are ready here. So bringing yourself into that comfortable, relaxed space. So quiet mind, quiet body, relaxed, as neutral as you can go. And bringing your awareness into your heart, connecting with Mother Earth, connecting with your soul and your soul language team, connecting with all of your guardians and managers, and just breathing in and feeling that love, that support that's available for you. And if your eyes aren't closed, you might want to close your eyes if that's available. Just bringing your attention inward. And a nice deep breath in and a sigh. Let go of any tension. And again, breath in. And another sigh, letting it all go. And I'm collecting the transmissions now. There's a request to go into your heart and breathe in even more love, even more light. And the Deva of money is asking for and thanking you for presence in your heart, in your awareness of her love, the eternal love of the divine structure of money for you. And requesting your willingness to receive that pure love of divine through the structure of money for all time, as long as money is exchanged here on earth. So thank you for your willingness to say yes and to allow that flow, that currency, that cash flow. And now, again, having your grace style available and turned to wherever you'd like it to be. And we're now turning on the structure of one, your soul's source frequency, your soul's signature frequency. And bringing awareness to your stellar gateway 3 feet directly above your head like a halo. And going into the centering vibration of your stellar gateway, with the structure of one, and breathing in and allowing that to move down through your central channel into your soul star, 6 to 12 inches above your head, into your causal chakra, 1 to 2 inches above your head, into your crown, into your third eye, into your throat, into your high heart, into your heart and your multi-dimensional self, your soul's signature frequency, into your solar plexus through the central channel, into your navel center, into your will center, 2 to 3 finger widths below the navel center, into your sacral chakra just above the pubic bone, into your root chakra, into your thunder chakra, 1 to 2 inches below the root, like a halo opening to the earth, centering vibration of the thunder chakra with structure of 1, into your earth star, 6 to 12 inches under you as you would stand, into your earth gateway, allowing the structure of 1 to run up and down your central channel from the earth gateway all the way up through to the stellar gateway. Breathing in and opening and allowing your soul's signature frequency through the divine structure of 1, universal light technology. Breathing in, opening, and allowing more of your divine soul self into your physical body, into your multidimensional self. All time, all space, all dimensions. Into the earth, breathing in, opening, allowing your structure of 1. Structure of 1 is going to run through the entire transmission. Now turning on vitality code liberation, liberating your vitality. There's a request to open your willingness to receive even more love, even more light, even more vital life force. Every cell of your body, the mitochondria in the cells, the energy center in the cells, allowing the vitality code liberation into the vitality, into the mitochondria of your cells. Allowing any flushing of any toxic matter to go, to move through your lymphatic, to drain out of your body through its natural processes. There's a team of guardian angels that have joined the healing field, supporting this transmission. They say they're the guardian angels of the guardian angels. So guardians of our guardians. Turning on the transmission for the abundance code liberations. opening and allowing abundance to be purified. This would be in all relationships of our life. The abundance code liberation. Especially pouring this to the past, to our ancestors, our lineage of the past, our relations of the past. Abundance code liberation. Bringing that to the now and moving forward, a full abundance code liberation, all time, all space, all dimensions. Abundance code liberation to the Earth Star chakra, the Root Star chakra. To the will center, 2 to 3 finger widths below the navel center, abundance code liberation. Request your willingness to receive. Turning up the dial in the will center of abundance code liberation. From a 4, turning it fully up to a 10 on the 1 to 10 scale. Allowing any rubbish that is there, any trash, any garbage currently in the abundance codes to be to dissolve, to crush, release, dissolve, blow away. Request willingness to receive abundance code liberation into the heart vibration, the heart star, heart chakra. Gentle deep breath. There's a request to know that you are abundant by nature through your breath. And the Deva of money is saying, yes, yes, yes. Abundance code liberation to the tailbone. To the joints. All the joints in the body, in your toes, your ankles, your knees, your hips, your fingers, your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, your entire spine, your neck, your jaw. All the joints of the body receive the abundance code liberation. Turning on prosperity code liberation. There's a request to see yourself walking forward with the Prosperity Code Liberation. Prosperous flow. How would you go with prosperous flow? Open, 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 open. With grace and gratitude, allowing the prosperous code liberation. Thanking the law of grace for being present. And now turning on the transmissions that are going to remove the entities, the still and separate universal light technology. Turning up the volume on still and separate. Turning on disarm and dismantle universal light technologies. We're at 40%. $60. Turning off, still and separate. Beginning nervous system restoration. Turning up the volume on disarm, dismantle. Turning the volume up on nervous system restoration. Disarm, dismantle, dialing down. Money relationship restoration. There's a request to allow yourself to open up to more prosperous patterns, more prosperous codes. Recognition and gratitude for law of grace. Recognition and gratitude for the guardians and the managers. Deva of money. Recognition for structure of one, your soul's signature frequency. Request for gentle, easy, deep breath. Disarm and dismantle being shut off now. Nervous system restoration turning up to full volume. Money relationship restoration turning up to full volume. And there's just a request for just some nice, easy, gentle, deep breathing. Rejoicing, universal light technology being turned on now. Deva of money may want to share messages with you now. Request again for gentle, deep breath. Easy, deep breath. There's a request, a thank you coming in for thanking you for being here and allowing these destructive patterns to be shut down. And there's a celebration from the Vitality Code liberations, the Abundance Code liberations, Prosperity Code liberation. As they thank you for being present for this transmission. Vitality Code liberation. Turning off now. Abundance Code liberations, leaving you with the infinite possibility of abundance. As Abundance Code liberation shuts down now. Nervous system restoration shutting down now. Prosperity codes are again asking for your permission to receive more prosperity codes. There's more downloads that would like to come through there. Prosperity Code liberation saying thank you and shutting off now. The money gnomes of the earth are saying thank you for joining this transmission, as well as Pegasus and the dragons. They're honored and grateful that you would be here, that you would choose to work with the etheric to clear your relationship with money. As the money restoration, universal light technology shuts down. Structure of one, shutting off now. Rejoicing universal light technology running through the central channel and all around through high-fiving all of the managers and guardians that held the space. Offering everyone celebrations and gratitude here. Thanking us for the victory and for playing together. As rejoicing universal light technology shuts down. Thanking all of the universal light technologies that came to support the guardians of the guardian angels, thanking Holy Mother, thanking the healing fields, thanking one another for co-creating this space together, thanking myself for delivering this transmission, even thanking our technology for allowing this possibility. And with love and gratitude, love and gratitude, love and gratitude, closing this transmission now. So take some deep breaths and come back into the present moment. Move your body, drink some water, do what's right for you. If that means leaving this call now, that's fine too. And we'll just take some notes, whatever you feel is right for you to do in this moment. And in a couple minutes, we'll have a share. It was potent. Okay, we're ready to open for share. Who'd like to share?
I will share. I might have to leave soon. It's Kira.
Kira, you're really quiet. Can you make yourself louder anyway?
I don't know if I can. I'm trying. I'll just hold it.
There you go. Hold it close.
Blocking. It sounds like you're blocking the microphone with your hand or something.
No, it's just my microphone is having trouble.
Here we hear you. Hold it close. We hear you.
Okay, then you can see my flowers better. That's a better view anyways. So, wow, I'm still integrating. I felt the abundance code liberation and the prosperity code, but especially the abundance code, like physical pain in my body, especially the root chakra and the second chakra, the reproductive organs, like a cramping, bloating, the digestive organs also, and then the joints and the eustachian tubes started like tingling and moving, and I had a lot of physical. I'm still like having the sensation when you got to what was it called? The when you did the disarm,
Dismantle.
the disarm and dismantle, I felt it, and I'm still like very spacey in my head, and that's like my whole mental field is somewhere else right now, so that's why I'm having trouble finding words. But I'm surprised at how much physical sensation and emotion and, like I said, physical pain without actually having any thought patterns coming in. There's like not even a thread of, this is that experience coming up to be cleared. It's just totally like physical energy movement. So I'm really curious to kind of follow this as it happens, because I feel like there's some deep clearing in my DNA that I can't really explain any other way, with how much it's feeling like physical and emotional and just super spacey. And I guess that's all the words I can find to describe what I'm experiencing right now.
So I'm really strongly getting, as you're sharing, to go for a nice walk, and allow this
Not
to
get in the
move
car
through.
and drive like I was planning to.
Well, if you're gonna drive a short distance and then do some walking, that would be okay. But I would walk for at least 5 to 10 minutes, even if it's right where you're at. Especially the fact was all in that lower region, that movement of the body will help the integration, and that the pain is, yes, this is deep seated. This feels, and I'm not in a soul to soul alignment here, and I know we're pretty close anyway, but take it for what it's worth. It feels DNA, it feels lineage, it feels like you inherited these patterns. Could be feminine, could be the divine feminine energy that you've come to clear, and I know you do a lot of this work too. So I'm really getting strongly encouraging that lower half movement. You could even do some salsa dancing, to move that lower half. I'm getting that that torso, that pelvis wants agitation, and in a good way, right? Natural, organized movement, so that it can continue to flush out. And there's a sense too that as soon as you do this, these spacey patterns are going to leave you, right? This is a fullness of the integration.
Thank you.
And I feel like there's more for you, and to re-listen to this 3 or 4 times. Anybody who has had an experience, it's worth a re-listen to until you don't have an experience with it. That's when you know you're through with it. So thank you, Kira. Are you complete with your share?
Yes, I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. And okay, so I see Rishi's hand up. I don't know if that's a hand to speak. If it is, and if not, then we'll move to Julia.
Yeah, I don't know if in action, what you're saying is like feeling totally wiped out and drained. I had to eat something and have some water because I just feel like totally drained. So is that what you meant by your reaction?
Yes. And so honor your body, honor whatever you're going through right now. It might feel like you need to sleep for 3 days. That might only be 20 minutes, 3 minutes. Just listen to whatever your body is requesting. I'm going to say the next 24 hours is what I'm hearing. So honor whatever your energy and body are telling you. This is what you need to complete this transmission for you, right? And behind it, anybody done a cleanse? Everybody done a cleanse in here? After a cleanse, it's not always fun going through it, but then you feel so fresh and brand new afterwards. Similar experience here. So honoring your system will allow for the completion, as well as that liberation, that celebration on the backside. Did that help, Julia?
Yeah, so you're saying if you do it again, you might, if I do it again, that I would have a different outcome, possibly?
Yes. And the fact that you feel this sluggish and down, that's telling me there's more there that wants to come out. So I would listen 2 or 3 times just to let it run through, And when I send you the recording, I will send you the transmission timestamp. So get yourself in a really good place to receive it, and just go straight to the timestamp. You don't have to listen to the whole call again.
Yeah. I'm complete. Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. Who was next? Diana.
Hey, hi everyone. I was a little late on the call to start. That was intense. So, just below my left ear and just behind my left ear, pineal gland, whatever that gland is on fire, just pulsating. And so are the bottom of my feet, and my palms are all tingling with heat. I can even feel the heat as I'm touching it. And unlike everybody else who, or some people who shared who earlier, the first transmission were saying they were seeing replications of energy or people or guardians or otherwise. None of that came into my experience, but it was definitely 100% a set of pressure on my third eye, which I feel like someone basically put a 2-ton anvil on, and it's just lightening up as I'm speaking now. But that was pretty intense. It'd be interesting to hear it again, see what is trying to clear out the system. So I'm complete.
As you share, what I'm getting is this is a your divine feminine opening very big in you, requesting that expression through you. When we feel in the palms of our hand and the soles of our feet, our energy body is like wide open, saying, I'm here, I'm here, all of me is here. And this is the female side, and the neck is all about self-expression. So this is what I'm saying. This is like your female, your energetic female, that divine female is just ready to live so boldly through you. So yes, please listen, and I'd love to hear the feedback back on the future evolution that you feel is coming from this. I'd love to hear that.
Will do.
Thank you, Diana.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Kayla?
Hi. Yeah, that was really intense. When in the beginning you were getting us to go down through the chakras, and we were going down through the chakras, and it was all, we were clearing it out, and we got to the heart chakra, and it wouldn't go any further past my heart chakra, and I'm like, oh, there's a stake there. So one of the guardians pulled it out and filled it with light, and then it continued, but I mean it took a few minutes, and then it filled it up with light, and then it continued going down through the chakras. So that was cool. And then at one point you said to start opening up. So as mine was starting to open up, it felt like I had this huge elastic band around me, and you know when you're pushing on an elastic band, it's got this give, this heavy give, and it was like I was pushing it out, but there was this resistance to it, you know. And so the elastic band like was around this kind of like a rod. It was there, it was hanging up there, but the pressure was there. And then as we kept going through it, I could feel it over my head and the pressure on my back, and it just slowly, ever so slowly kept diminishing. So yeah, I'd like to listen to it again and maybe see if it's, you know, that much less the next time around. You know?
Yes. Know that it can show up completely differently. It shows up exactly whatever it needs to be. And yeah, I love that. Thank you, Kayla. Beautiful share. Jennifer.
I was shown a specific DNA structure that I was given by my ancestors, by my family. No one is to blame, and it was not shown to me in order to blame. It was shown to me in order to create awareness. And my current DNA molecules had 3 energy points of attraction, is what I was shown. Now, since we did this clearing, I'm aware that there's an 8 energy point structure. I guess I need to look in the subtle energy book. But I was shown that I'm now integrating an 8-point energy structure into my DNA, and I'm the first out of the ancestral line to be aware. So, major. And I also, it was very interesting. I laid on my bed and I didn't physically feel anything until one part of the transmission where I felt that there were hands on top of my body that were like magnets, and they were holding, and things started to be pulled out from the lower part of my body, and they stayed there until it was all pulled out. And then they took the hands up and then they walked on. So I think that there was a lot pulled out, but I wanted to tell you about the molecular structure and the DNA pattern.
Beautiful. So Carlos put into the chat energy of 8, his theory of everything. And yes, it's the infinity symbol. And it's also related to the structure of 8. Universal light technology is all about abundance. So yes, and I was getting that, I don't know if you heard me or conscious of the point where I was like, there were prosperity codes that wanted to come into the system that were asking to download, and I don't know who that was for specifically. Hopefully it was for all of us, but it sounds like it certainly was connecting in with you, that you were getting some downloads of higher codes, is what it felt like, codes that haven't been available until now of prosperity. So beautiful. Thank you, Jennifer. Who else wants to share? Florencia, and then Christina, and then Carlos. And I think Bria, were you up too? Okay, Florencia.
All right, that was fun. So early on, so I don't remember exactly what the words were, and I don't remember any words of anything that you said. I can remember all the imagery, which is really cool. And I was shown a mirror. I was given a mirror. It's like, look, this is about you. So like, pay attention, and you're the one that has control on this. So make it happen. So they showed me a mirror. I could see my face. I'm like, oh, okay, thank you. and then so we went through all these things, and I started feeling like I was probably like 6 inches above my bed. And then they started pulling my right leg. So they're pulling me from my right leg, and then they flipped me on my side. So imagine like a little figure that's like the head is here, and the arms and the legs are here. So I was on my side, I was on my left side. So my right side, my arms and my legs are both being sort of pulled up from there. And then I can sort of see like they're putting things through it. It's almost like we're gonna do the transmission sideways. It was all about this right side. So the whole thing came through the right side, and then I could feel all like a lot of awareness of my right side. Like this whole thing was pretty much on my right. A lot of heat around here. So someone else who was saying they felt the heat right here too. Yeah, definitely right side. Warmth, felt heat on this whole side. Always the third eye open and pressure, and I felt it right about till when I had to speak, and I feel a lot of it almost like from here to here. So it goes, it's like right in there. And then yeah, when I was like this, then they flipped me up and they had me see a nice sunrise. So that was cool. So I saw a nice sunrise, and then it was like, okay, great. I guess we're all good. It's kind of like we operated on you, and now that you're good, enjoy the view.
That was the recovery room. Beautiful.
Yes. So I don't know if that you can read anything else into that, but I thought it was really neat. Thank you.
Yeah, I'd say your allowing patterns got amplified overall. Right, that right side of the body being all the masculine. Yeah.
Interesting.
So allowing of, yeah. And what I see right now is your artwork, right? Your expression being bigger in the world. Yeah,
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank you.
Christine, yes, thank you, Christina.
So oftentimes during the transmissions, as some of you know, I have amazing visualizations and my meditations and my spirit world and connections, and the transmissions I like totally bliss out and I hardly see anything, and which is fine. And actually today I thought I had turned my phone on vibrate, and I guess I hadn't, and I got a text message that kind of pulled me out, and I looked down and it was somebody thanking me for pictures that I had been uploading in the background. And so I was more conscious, and then started hearing the words you were saying, Sonia, and it was right before the prosperity codes came in. And you finished one section of the transmission, whatever was right before that, and said, you know, they're thanking us for being here and being open to this. And I was like, well, of course I gotta thank you. And Sonia heard me, and now she's thanking. And then you just kept thanking and thanking and thanking and thank you. And you know, that gratitude just kept coming through. And I don't know if you said it before that, but all I kept hearing after was gratitude and for being here and doing this. And I'm glad that I, you know, kind of came to with the prosperity codes, because then I, you know, just was able to receive them and felt them come in. Like, it goes along with one of my big intentions for the rest of the year. So I felt that like all like sink in, you know, sink together with what my intentions are. So it was cool. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, I love it. When you were sharing, I know you journal a lot, and the way you journal is got a bit of a structure to the way you journal. And that's what when you were saying it, I got your journal, like you've been writing all of this in your journal. So yeah, and it's got a bit of gratitude in that journal. So
it's covered in gratitude. Like that's
right?
a whole huge section of it. So
yeah, I got like this is your creative process with the money. They kept as you're saying, all they're doing is show me your journal. So
well, it's funny because a lot of what I haven't been doing it as much lately, and I just started more routinely again with it. And the only part I have started with is the gratitude again. I haven't been doing those other sections, the other 3 sections at all, actually, other than the intentions I speak out and I have reminders. But yeah, so I've just started writing the gratitude more regularly. So good. It's working.
It's working. Beautiful. Thank you, Christina. Carlos.
Hello, everybody. It was an interesting one because when you were talking about the Guardians of the Guardian, the name Metatron came up. And but then I went under, and then right towards the end, it was a very interesting sensation. I felt that my 2 hands became one hand, and I felt that I was being usually when I'm downloading information, my hands start shaking. So I was shaking both hands. It was an interesting sensation to have one hand. It was also like a receiving ball, but it was like light coming out of my chest and my hands. I went into a mudra. I don't remember the mudra, but it was a powerful experience. I don't know what that means, but the sensation was there, and to get out of it was a little bit. I was flowing a lot, so I'm grateful. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, when you said your hands became one hand, I got prayer hands. Oh, okay, beautiful. The receiving. Jennifer just shared Subtle Body Energy book, page 42. Mother cells, the gift that keeps giving. This is the structure that is done and done. The new structure there is here now is brand new to my ancestral line. Thank you for your commitment to all of us. Thank you. What an honor. I love you. Prosperity is now. Yay. And Amy is sharing my right hip. Hold on. Let me get there. My right hip gave a big loosening crack this morning, good timing, and feeling after my soul seat on Thursday. Yay, Amy. Soul seat is what we do with Soul Language Mastermind, which is open to all soul language clients, just for those that don't know that. And hips like Diana Thursday too. Yes, we did some moving of hip energy on our Thursday night mastermind, probably setting us for this call today because we knew we were coming here too. So awesome. Thank you. Who else would like to share? Jody.
Hi, everybody. So I was nervous to do this on Wednesday. I had all that restless energy, and I get afraid of old stuff resurging. And I did a little reading this morning to get more comfortable and bought my ticket, texted you. And the thing that is most startling to me is I had no fear whatsoever. I felt completely 100% safe. And the number one feeling that I would say the entire thing held was peace.
Say that last part, the entire thing.
The major word that would describe it would be peaceful.
Peaceful. Yeah.
I had some light stuff going on, you know, some shifting of the weight would be the best way to describe it. But I'm so analytical. I'm often paying so close attention to what's going on that I'm not really absorbing the full experience, and I didn't do any of that. So I don't have a lot of description, but I felt completely involved and participating and not holding anything back. And I remember you saying open, 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 open. That was like a very helpful thing to be hearing. I remember that. My two hands went to sleep at one point. I had them up on my chest. And so I put them down to the sides, and that resolved and wasn't uncomfortable. It just was weird. And yeah, I felt very peaceful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No fear and peace. Yes, it's a win.
It is a win. It is a win. I feel like you got me ready on Wednesday, and now here I am ready to receive.
Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Yes, please share if within the next week or two, big money magic happens for you. I would love to hear and you'll know if you feel it came from here. Please, I'd love to have the shares. I'd love to start the testimonials into this experience. I know they're there. We had them the last time. So yes, thank you, Jody. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. There's a lot like right on the cusp, so that could very easily happen, and I would be happy to share that and to give testimonial as well.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Julia. And was that Leslie that wanted to share too?
I just wanted to add real quick that this morning I spoke to somebody that's making a donation to the nonprofit. So that happened just before this call. So I wanted to share that with you.
And Julia, you were one of the first, if not the first, to sign up. So thank you. So you got yours pre. I love it. Thank you. Leslie, am I right, Leslie?
Yes.
Yeah.
I had like a surgery, and they more or less put me out. So I was more under the whole time. I mean, I heard the talking, but I was somewhere else. And at the beginning, when we were talking about the guardians, there was some guardians that weren't supposed to be there. They were blocking my guardians, and 3 of them were asked to leave, and they left. Yeah, they were blocking a lot in me, and but I had like a spiritual surgery during that, and I was like almost like under, and I was not even here. I was somewhere else.
Yeah. I don't want to cut you off. Go ahead and share anything else.
I don't remember anything else.
Okay.
I feel peaceful, and my third eye takes up my whole face.
Yeah, so I'm feeling like you're recovering. You're in the recovery room. That's
Yeah.
the what's it called? Anesthetized. The anesthetic from your third eye to take you through that process. And when we do energy work, and I really, really love the integrity of what I do. And for those of you that don't know, I'm a double teacher of integrity. My soul language on my personal level is teacher of integrity, peacemaker, teacher of integrity, passage inventor. And my sacred partnership with divine is prophet, teacher of integrity, and guardian. So my energy naturally keeps a very integritous space, right? It's going to hold integrity. And Holy Mother comes to me my teacher of integrity is now at the Sacred Partnership of Divine is now Holy Mother to hold that really pure space. And a lot of spiritual teachers don't have the grounded connection with their own energy. So what they're saying is regurgitated information, and it's not necessarily in alignment with their truth. And when we pick that up, it structures us in an off sort of way. And this is the awareness sensation. And again, you can throw this out if this doesn't work for you. I'm saying this also to the collective here. To be very aware when we take information in, when we take it in the way that we did connecting through the central channel, our stellar gateway to our earth gateway, that system is our in common. We all have that system, like we all have blood and bones and skin. That's our energy system that is exactly accurate for each one of us. And when we do it in that direction, it only allows what's ours in that space. And stuff that we picked up from other teachings gets taken out. And the feeling is you got some stuff that you had taken on removed through your own dedication and discipline, right? And it could have been like the whole Bill Gates thing that I'm sharing. So I don't know what specifically for you, but that's a general awareness that I'm picking up. So thank you for sharing.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm going to encourage you, listen again, listen again, listen again, so that that can become more conscious for you. Right, that this transmission and whatever was there for you gets even more complete.
Great, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Who else wants to share? Bria.
That was really, really intense and really weird for me. I didn't have like any expectations of it, so like I just, I felt very present during it. I felt like I heard some of the stuff, and then afterwards, like, just complete nothing. So I'm so grateful that it's going to be recorded. But like one of the sensations that I kept having was like choking. It was so weird because I was laying here and I felt so comfortable, and I don't snore. I don't have any breathing problems, but it was like, like I felt like I was out of breath, or like something was being pulled out. It just was like almost like when you like get that stick in the back of your throat, like
yeah.
And it was so weird because I was aware of it, and I was just, but I was so present. I don't know. So like I'm confused by my experience, and I'm just complete blank minded, and I feel at peace now, but I'm really curious to go back and to revisit all of the words.
Yeah.
Because that was, and to see myself too, because it was such a weird experience.
Yeah. And entity removal. That's what I'm very clearly, and something that was stealing your breath. Choking you out to some degree, right?
Yeah.
Oftentimes wherever it goes in is where it's going to come out, right? Just anything metaphysical follows the same laws and principles that physical follows, right? So yay for the liberation.
Yeah. That was so cool. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and it's like how when you're not corrupt, it's hard to understand corruption, right? So don't even look to try to understand some of this stuff at that level, because it's like digging in the garbage. Right? We don't need to know what doesn't need to be there, right? We just want to know what needs to be there. That's what the priority awareness is for. So beautiful. Thank you, Bria. Anyone else? Maureen.
So y'all don't have enough time for what I got to say, so I'm gonna just try and like keep it short. However, I don't know about anybody else, but when you go to your heart thing, does I get a Tony Stark light, like from here to shooting out like that, and it was all a fire. I got conflicting emotions. I got up feeling like the Hulk, that slow and heavy. I have never felt as heavy as I did today in my body trying to move. I still think you don't give us enough time to come back, yo. That's just me. But I felt incredibly heavy just moving my arms to support myself. Yeah, I felt like the Hulk. I didn't have that image. I'm trying to explain it. So, but that's how it felt. There was just for me so much. I was inappropriately laughing. And I knew it was inappropriate because when I came back, I'm hearing Kira at a very somber sort of space, and I couldn't help it. I wasn't amused. It was just because conflicting emotions. I got up. I'm a crying mess, not in a bad way, just emotional shit. And then I can't stop laughing, and it's so a lot of images for me too. My Deva, the Hawaiian auntie, winks at me and gestures, and we go through this foliage of some sort out onto a veranda overlooking a bay. And I was told, this is all yours. As far as you can see, this is all yours. It's been yours. And oh my God, I'm still doing it. I'm back and forth between like feeling full of myself, like in a good way. And just, I feel such humility. Not unworthiness. Boy, there's a difference there. Just a humbleness. And at one point before you were shutting down and told us, you know, thank you and goodbye, which, bitch, please, I need a little bit more time for that. We touched foreheads. It's called sharing breath. With the Deva of money, I shared breath and Ho'oponopono, and I felt it. And these big, tremendous arms just engulfed me. And I got the next view of me as a bird. So I got a drone shot of that whole thing as you took us out. It was, for me, very potent. Emotional, not in a feeling way, in a crying, laughing way. Again,
Releasing.
I think it is. I'm not sad. I'm not ridiculously hilarious or hysterical, or amused. I'm not that amusing yet. all this stuff was, you know, switching back and forth. And when the Pegasus and the dragon, I lost my shit completely. I was in awe. I got on my knees and actually foreheaded the ground. I was just in complete awe. I have such gratitude for you and everybody here.
Maureen, I have a question for you. You
Well,
were
an easy one, okay?
okay. You were here the last time we did this. Completely different experience.
I freaking don't remember, man.
Worth doing again. You're here again.
Yes. Was that the gist of your question?
That's it. That's it.
Then absolutely, absolutely. This
Yeah.
I think this was more physically affected, mentally affected, emotionally affected for me, for sure.
You got a lot of the liberation this time that wasn't available the last time.
I believe so. I believe
Right.
so. It feels that way. In my acceptance level, the receiving, my ability to receive is not just a wish, a drive, a strive to. I felt in this one, it was actually happening. I felt myself as a, you know, Leslie said as a surgery, but it was like I was being opened up as my soul light, but not in a ripping apart of my actual body. It was just an encouragement from entities, not entities, energies all around me.
Mhm.
And I felt safe and accepting of that. I'm telling you, there's like so much shit. We don't have time. I could go on for a bit now, but the takeaway is I would like to announce my candidacy for president of the United States right now, because I feel this world needs all of what is happening in me right now. That's gonna bring change across the board.
Maureen for president.
Yahoo! I feel huge and I feel humbled.
Thank you.
I am complete. You know.
For now. Thank you. Thank you. I love it. So good. Who else wants to share? Melissa.
Thank you. Hi, thank you so much. Yeah, huge and humble is a good way to describe it. Mostly, it's beyond words. It's the deepest transmission I think I've ever had with you. Just so much awareness, conscious awareness of choosing what I'm keeping and what's not serving, but choosing it through being. So feeling my true being, essence, grounded, really rooted, and all the other stuff, then it's so clear that it doesn't fit. Like the energies that don't fit my core essence anymore, that doesn't match the vibration. So like they're falling away. That was very clear. And then what's left is pure abundance, pure love, pure bliss. And so it was really beautiful. It took me quite a while to come back out because it was just floating and yeah, so lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So good to hear. Yeah. Who else wants to share? Rishi?
I'll share a little bit. You know, I'm not new to your transmissions or any of your work. I guess I feel like I'm on a big retreat the Sonia retreat. So this is the lightest I've ever felt in a transmission so far.
Mm.
And I don't feel tired or sleepy or what have you, regardless that it's 4:30 our time. And what came during the transmission is hard to describe. But I'll say this, that the canvas did not want to wait for me. So the paint's already on it, and we'll see what comes out. So I've been asking for this to come now for a few weeks, and it's here now. So that's kind of cool. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Grateful to hear the paint is on the canvas.
It did not want to wait, so it's already in process.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Rishi.
Thank you. And I'm also, the mushroom said, come now. So, and I'm not talking about those mushrooms. I'm talking about these mushrooms. So.
Yeah. The mushroom tea from Melissa, or coffee.
That's exactly it.
Yes. Was it the live ultimate mushrooms? There we go. Thank you. Yes. Beautiful, Rishi. Thank you. Anyone else?
Thank you.
Alon.
All right. I'm with you 24 hours a day, so most of the transmission I'm kind of used to stuff like this. But I have something very interesting is I have kind of a headache. And my conclusion is Samuel Bushit tried to get out of it to the same time by the same door, he can't. That's where the headache comes from.
Yes, we detoxify head and feet. So, uh-oh. Hold on, I pushed the button. This is the wrong button. Whew, okay. It was open chat and it went the whole screen and you guys all went away for a moment. So sorry about that. That's that. I want to say that that's the detox happening. That's the entity clearing. So congratulations. Yes, beautiful. Anyone else?
Well, so I have a question regarding that. Alon has gotten a headache out of this through the cleansing. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
So does he just sit with that headache or try and get rid of that stuff that was trying to clear? And I ask for myself if this happens, you know, I don't want to just sit. You know what I'm saying? Or mask it or hide this. Although I don't want to see him in pain.
So my awareness of health and healing is go into it, not go away from it, not try to get rid of it, but go into it. So I would go into that headache and ask, what does it want? Does it want water, walk, sleep? Does it want to be listened to? A lot of times we didn't get the acknowledgement in life that we were looking for, wherever it was. And sometimes we just need to hear for ourselves what somebody else couldn't hear. Right? We need to be there for ourselves. Go ahead, Alon.
Well, what I personally do is I don't try to do anything else but just to let it go away on its own. And the way it works the best is I focus on something else, or I start to do something else so that I don't have that focus on that headache and it's gone.
Understood. Thank you.
Yeah. It's, you know, the body talks for a reason. So it's good to listen to the body. The body can't lie. Only the mind lies. It's called the gate theory. Amy just shared. Oh, I don't know if that was in reference to that. I'm not sure. I just caught that on the Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was in relation to the headache. It's called the
Okay.
gate. It's like, you know, if I pinch you here, you're gonna forget your broken arm there.
Right. Yes. Spoken from a nurse. Thank you, Amy. Who else wants to share?
And she's a Reiki master.
Yes. Yes.
I'd like to direct your attention to Jackie's dog for a moment.
Yes.
She out and she's out.
She enjoyed the transmission too, it looks like.
Just sharing my energy.
Yeah.
That I was pretty after the first, I don't even know anymore, class today, was really drained. Like, okay, I can squeeze in a nap. I'm like, no, this feels like a 3-hour nap. And so I just, you know, kept myself busy. And so this one really was like, but I did feel like really supported, that it was just like, yeah, rest into it. We got this. We're doing the healing behind it. So definitely listening to it again.
Yeah. Well, and my feeling is, for those that have the tired, it oftentimes with energy clearing, and we get that really heavy feeling. So I'll give you the rundown on what that is. So the energy, the entity is consuming all of this energy, and we eat right, and we do all these things to be better in ourselves, and the entity loves that and keeps us running. So we remove that entity, and it's like you're finally done running that race that you've been running for 50 years. And like, I get to relax a little bit. And it will often feel like I get to sleep for 3 days. And it's really only like, and just to give your body, even if it's lay down, kick your feet up as if you're going to take a nap, and like 5 minutes of like slow, deep breathing, relax. You can even set an alarm if you need to, but to give your body that, there's so much gold there.
Just for the record, I don't have to be convinced or talked into taking a nap, ever. Like, I'm the epitome of that meme that says, dear naps, I'm sorry for how mean I was to you in kindergarten.
Beautiful. Yes.
Well, I wanted to add too, as everybody's talking about that, I have had that feeling too, and I'm a little bit more like Rishi in this time. I was actually really tired before this. I've had busy, like straight weeks of busy and packed days, and I had a very long photo shoot, which was fun, but hot and draining. And last night, and another shoot early this morning, and so I was really tired right before this, and I was kind of doing the same thing, Jackie, and I wasn't even able to get on the call this morning, but I was like, oh, if I can finish editing and uploading these photos, I can get like an hour nap before this transmission. And I didn't do that. And I actually feel way better now and less tired than I did right before this. So I don't know if it was just like, and yes, let go of that, which some of you know, the transition that I'm doing, less photography, more other things. So that I'm going to think on too, but yeah.
Yeah. As you're sharing right now, I just heard that before you said it. So yeah, do some soul talking there. Beautiful. All right. Thank you. I have to go from, yes, Leslie, nice meeting you, and recording will be out to you shortly.
Thank you so much for everything. You're wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Feel more energized now. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, she was feeling drained and came in and feels more energized now. All right. I know are we at our, so we're early. I don't know if there's more shares that want to come here, and I'm here if there's more shares. And if there's not, that's okay too. And I will be sending the recording out first to the people who I only have their email. For everybody that's in our groups, it will go into our groups before it will go to an email to you. I'll try to do both. I'll work my best to do both. That means it'll happen. It just might take a little bit. And my only request is that this is for you. This recording is for you. It's not to be shared with others. I am planning to do this monthly. I don't know if that starts until October, but I know that, look, Maureen, Christina, you were both in the last one, and it's worth being here again, right? Alon, you were too in the last one, and it's worth being here again. Everyone is unique because it's got the timestamp of now, not the timestamp of then, and you can listen to multiple different ones. You'll find the ones that you like the most, that have the most experience for you, meaning the most results for you. So I would re-listen, and I do re-listen, especially if I'm finding the results from it and the experience from it. That's how I know I'm complete with transmissions. And you can listen to your soul, listen to your, your own awareness as to, I need that again. Wait, it'll tap on the shoulder and say, hey, I think you ought to go listen to that. So pay attention to that little signal that your soul will give you, your guardians will give you, your managers will give you, however it wants to come to you. And you can come through your conscious mind too. So there's value here, and this will happen again, and it's next time and space. So yeah.
So I was just gonna ask, and I think you sort of touched on it a little bit. Is there anything else other than re-listening to the transmissions? Is there like some kind of practice that we can do that kind of center us when we feel a little bit, like floating about the money entities and all that?
Your soul. Your soul.
My soul.
Sacred practice every day. Sacred practice every day.
But what does that look like when you say a sacred practice? Like what?
It's the Indian rain dance. You go around the star.
Thank you, Maureen. I can always count on you.
Naked.
Naked. I go around the neighborhood naked and run away from the police.
Make sure you
and
go,
then I come to
woo,
reality
along the
again.
way.
I know, right?
So sacred practice is what we do at the beginning of every one of the transmissions. We go into our heart, we go connect with the earth, we connect with our soul, we connect with our soul language team, and have a conversation.
Okay.
What does your observer want you to know? What does your sextant want you to know? What does enchanter want you to know? They will always be with you and always be available. Doesn't matter where, when, how, they're with you, and you can connect in there. And daily conversations there would be the what to do going forward. Daily, Christina has how long your conversations daily are approximately how long in time?
Oh, they range from 5 minutes to 2 hours.
Same here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it depends on I'll do it in the shower. Like I call it connecting on the fly. If I've got, a busy day or something, which I haven't had much, not leaving the house busy, but yeah, every day, at least 20 minutes.
Is your target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's 5, and sometimes it's just while I'm playing in the garden, and sometimes it's while I'm washing my hair in the shower before I leave. But I've sat out there for 2 hours and come out of it, and I'm like, whoa, felt like 10 minutes. But amazing gifts of information and guidance and support for everything.
Excellent.
And as you develop your relationship with your team, your soul language team, you can go in and out of conversations in your everyday life. You don't even have to be in sacred practice. Like I always have conversations. Passages Inventor especially is the one that always wants to be in dialogue with me. Look, I create classes. It's always, hey, you ought to do this. Hey, it's always talking because there's a relationship developed there. Right. I look at all of the work that I do with soul language, with soul, right? So my soul there's always an open dialogue going there. And I still give it that full presence where my soul is all I'm working with right now. I'm not out here doing anything, but I'm in here having the awareness, whatever the awareness is meant to be had. And I do it regular because it is a relationship, right? And that relationship is the primary relationship. It's me with me. Came in with me, going out with me. Never going to abandon me. Never going to treat me like shit. Not that I am in relationships that do that, but you know, we've all had them. And our soul is just that pure best friend and pure best guidance on top of it. So yeah, regular relationship. So however it works for you, develop your system. Some people it's going to be better at night. Some people it's going to be better in the morning. Some people it's going to be while they're running. I know Jennifer, who was here with us, she likes to do it while she's running. She gets into conversation when she runs. So find whatever your right connection. You can even ask into your soul, what's the right way for me? What's my ideal system of sacred practice? And your soul will reveal to you. And maybe it's the passage inventor in me, but I like to always have the variable into it, like Christina, 5 minutes to 2 hours. That's about mine too. Sometimes I go 3. It just, if the energy requires it and I have it, I'll stay in it. Sometimes I'll do 2 hours and then later on another hour and then another 15 minutes here and then another 2-hour session. I kind of just keep checking in as to what needs to be required. And life has to allow it to be available. But even when life is at its busiest, it's even more important to take that 5 minutes of sacred practice, because it's like a shower for your whole internal state, and it will be your anchor through the busyness that you have to go through in the world, and it
Right,
makes a
kind of,
difference.
yeah, like a little check-in now and then, like, okay, let's just check in and see what's going on. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
thank you. I appreciate that. Just a reminder of doing that. I think I do it subconsciously, but I don't like sit down and say, okay, now I'm going to think about, this, or I'm going to go ask a question. I do a lot of it while I'm painting. So a lot of sort of those conversations are going on while I'm painting, because that's sort of my meditation. So
Yeah,
good.
so you might actually, while you're painting, connect with your team, connect
Right,
with your,
right.
right? Connect with them and see what is the you probably will get some really good downloads then.
Yeah, I'll do it more consciously. Let's say I was doing it maybe more subconsciously. So yes, I'll be
Maureen.
more conscious about it.
Yes, beautiful. Yeah,
Thank
well,
you.
in your soul, think of it as a relationship, right?
Mhm.
If you're in a relationship with another person and you're always painting, you're never looking at them one-on-one, what's the relationship there? Now, they might really enjoy your painting and they might want to watch you paint and have the conversation. So I'm not saying right or wrong.
Okay.
But presence, a pure presence is a pure presence. So to
Okay.
give that exclusivity to
Mm.
your soul is priceless.
Okay.
And it's recognized, right? If I give you exclusivity, doesn't it feel really good,
Sure.
right? When anybody gives that one-on-one exclusivity, it feels really good. So to give that to your soul is a gift to yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Big love, Rishi's going. Or no, you're sharing? Okay.
So if I can just have a moment to add to that conversation.
Yes.
Not everybody wants to or has a stillness practice. And so you gave the example of painting, and that's your stillness practice, essentially, even though you're still doing. And looking at your work very briefly, it's fairly sacred work. It's not, it's fairly sacred. When I look at Maureen's, dolphins and birds, and it's a fairly sacred practice, I do the same thing with my art. It's a bridge into absolute stillness, like the running is a bridge into the absolute stillness, until we can find a way to cultivate doing absolutely nothing, to empty the mind. Those are the bridges that keep us connected. But without intentionality, everything Sonia's just saying is intentionality. inside of the doing, you know? So I hope that helps you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Rishi. Thank you for that share from a man who wrote a book on stillness, I believe, right? Several books on these topics.
Several on stillness. Yeah, we can keep it that simple. Yeah.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Lots of love, lots of gratitude. And I'm excited we'll do this again. This is my playground.
Thank you, Sonia.
Yes, thank you, thank you. Have a beautiful rest of the Saturday afternoon, and yes, we'll see you next time we see you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Sonia. What a gift.
Thank you. Thank you, Carlos. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Big love, big love.